and welcome to your Humber News Update. I'm Alex Martino, coming to you from our newsroom here at Humber College North Campus. Here's what we're working on at this hour. India's Prime Minister wraps up his visit to Canada today. He's in Toronto to lay a wreath at the Air India Memorial Site at the Lakeshore and then flies off to Vancouver. Last night, about 10,000 people came to celebrate his arrival in Toronto. After an elaborate opening ceremony, Modi took the stage with Prime Minister Stephen Harper and his wife. The politicians, both leaders of conservative parties, shared the same views on many issues. Though his speech was delivered entirely in Hindi, the message was clear. India wants to attract more manufacturing to its developing economy. This is the first trip of an Indian Prime Minister to Canada in more than 40 years. The CBC has fired 2 senior executives. It comes on the heels of a report of how the public broadcaster handled the Jian Ghomeshi scandal. Ghomeshi was fired from the CBC radio show Q back in October after several women came forward with allegations of sexual assault. He faces 7 counts of sexual assault and 1 of overcoming resistance by choking. The report includes a summary of individual complaints and recommendations on how the CBC should handle them. It comes just days before Q relaunches on CBC with its new host, Shad. Overseas, Israel came to a standstill this morning to mark Holocaust Remembrance Day. Sirens rang out today to commemorate the 6 million Jews who were exterminated in Nazi death camps during the Second World War. During the 2 minutes of silence, traffic came to a halt and people stopped to stand and remember the dead. The siren was followed by a wreath-laying ceremony attended by Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. It's been 70 years since the end of the war. In the world of sports, the Stanley Cup playoffs are underway. The Habs and Flames picked up some close wins last night. Both take 1-0 series leads. Turning to weather, another gorgeous day in Toronto will go up to a high of 15 today. We'll have details on all these stories and more coming up on our 2 o'clock news. But for now, we leave you with this crazy video from the slopes in Italy. History was made when British snowboarder Billy Morgan landed the first ever 1800 quadruple cork. The move is done by flipping 4 times while the body spins 5 complete rotations sideways. It took 40 hours of preparation to perfect the maneuver. That's your 12 o'clock update. We'll be back with more Humber News at 2.